Hey, how's it going, guys? So, I just got off stream and recently was playing Dead by Daylight. Actually, this past stream, the one I just did, was on Dead by Daylight. And I said a couple of things during the stream that I really wanted to kind of touch on and talk about a little bit on a video, with, the stream kind of overcapsulating it. So, if you guys see it anywhere on screen, that's why. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody so much for all the support here lately, because honestly, I would not be able to do any of this when it comes down to it if it wasn't for you guys. So I want to say that first and foremost. But I have a quick question to ask Behavior specifically when it comes to Dead by Daylight. What is it about killers that you guys just hate? Like, I know this is kind of coming out of left field. I know I said I was done with Dead by Daylight. I know I said I was done with the entire game, entire community, and everything like that. But what is it about the killers that you just don't really seem to want to do anything for anymore? There's a lot of killer anxiety when it comes down to the game specifically, and a lot of problems whenever it comes down to genuinely wanting to jump on the game for a lot of killers specifically because of the state of perks and survivors and the survivor entitlement and just a whole slew of different things that are going on with the game specifically. We're not talking about that in this video specifically, but this is kind of a call out to ask Behavior, why is it whenever there is a survivor killer split, do you guys seem to only take the survivor side? And there's multiple reasons why I genuinely feel this way. But case in point number one, the reason genuinely that I feel this way is because whenever I look at it, whenever we sit down and look at the actual numbers, there are so many more survivors than killers. Obviously, there's 4 survivors per match when there's 1 killer per match. But when it comes down to it, you don't really seem to kind of cooperatively back the killers anymore. Since about 2024, it feels like genuinely the killer side of the game has not only lacked in fundamental quality of life changes for all across the board killers, but genuinely it seems like there's a lack of love when it comes to just being able to play killer. And it's not for a lack of trying, I know this. I know I've talked to plenty of people who I personally talk to on a day-to-day basis when it comes to this game. We discuss everything kind of going on with it. But I want to ask, what is it about playing killer that just feels so wrong? And why do the devs not seem to give a shit? I personally have played killer since the day the night came out. And it doesn't feel like I've genuinely been able to do damn worth of anything since the end of that year. It feels so weird to say that because that's when the night came out, Skull Merchant, and I believe Xenomorph. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong on that one, but it just feels wrong to play killer nowadays because of the amount of backlash you tend to get. I stream over on Twitch. That's where you guys are seeing the VOD from. That's what you guys are watching right now in between me kind of talking here. But it feels as if being a streamer and being a killer main can't go hand in hand anymore. And this isn't me giving up. Actually, this is me putting my hat back in the pin and saying, you know what? It doesn't matter if I'm not part of the creator program. I still love you. I still love killers. I still love playing killer on Dead by Daylight. And I want this shit to change. I genuinely want there to be more love when it comes to playing killer than there ever has been before. But I can't seem to get there personally. There's a lot of problems going on with it right now, more than there has been that I've noticed in the entirety of the timeline that I've played Dead by Daylight. So guys, this is just a quick kind of venting video, I guess, a little bit, to just really put my thoughts into words, and I'm not great with those, as, anybody who's watching this from Twitch would know. I'm not great with words. So that's why a lot of the time whenever anybody asks my personal opinion on things, I tend to just kind of lock up. I'm not great with words, but what I am good with is genuinely caring about something that I love, that a lot of other people tend to love. And you know what? There's plenty of other content creators out there. You just have to look for them who genuinely seem like they want the same exact thing. It is hard. It is a very, 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 very hard world right now to be able to play killer and be a streamer at the same exact time. Yes, I genuinely believe this. I genuinely agree that no, the game isn't toxic. The game isn't dying. The game isn't a problem because it's a game. The game is a problem because the community that is the toxic side of the community is overcapsulating every other aspect of the community genuinely that comes from Dead by Daylight. I genuinely feel this way. There are so many problems. Like just recently, in this past patch, the All Kill Chapter 2, Fast Track. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Fast track has literally been such a nuisance to a lot of killer mains, especially with higher MMR. Even though that's apparently not a thing anymore, I have no idea. But why? Why must you do these things to a point that it doesn't feel it matters anymore? I can't genuinely lock into the game and feel like I'm having fun as much as I used to when I was blind and ignorant to everything going on. So please just understand, I'm coming from a place of stress, I'm coming from a place of love, I'm coming from a place where I know I'm not the only one dealing with this. I know I'm not. I have it locked into my phone every single night when I go to work to listen to Refined, videos on about what's going on, and Otstarva, not Otstarva. I love listening to their personal feedbacks. Spooky Loops, I love hearing his personal, his killer builds and stuff like that. And this isn't to shout out any other creators. This video is not purely to shout out anybody specifically. It is just to say, behavior, please get it together, because I can't support this game, but I have to because I love this game so fucking much. But if it just keeps going like this, you're gonna lose a lot of killers. And what kind of asymmetric horror game can be played without both sides? You see where I'm getting at right here? There's obviously a power difference when it comes to both sides. But what really matters is the fact that it genuinely feels like survivors have only gotten buffs, whereas killers in general haven't gotten shit. I'm just being honest here. That's great. We got some pretty colors to look at. That's fantastic. But what about quality of life? What about actually feeling like we matter? What about feeling like our choices in a match could dictate how the match can go, instead of getting curb stomped at every generator after 30 seconds is complete and all the survivors are gone? There's nobody to hook. You can't hook air. I want to hook Dwight. I want to hook Nia. I want to hook Jeff. Detective Tap. Bill. Fang, even though I'm tired of seeing that one. Wake, like, come on, dude. The amount of times I literally locked into a game and have had to slug or I was going to lose has been astronomical to where it was before. So please, coming from a place of love, behavior, do what you can to fix this, because there's more killers out there just like me, mindset-wise and gameplay-wise, who have played the game for a very long time, it feels, but also feel completely ignored. That's all I ask. That's all I ask here. So, with that being said, I love you guys. If you guys made it to the end of the video, please make sure you like, comment, and share it around to your friends to let them know the message. I will be opening up my Discord, and I will be refurbishing it and kind of remaking it to kind of be what exactly I want to talk about more so later on. Like Dead by Daylight killer builds, Dead by Daylight themed things. Like, yes, we will still keep the Discord to the Camp Boobark thematic. I don't know how to fucking say that properly. We will be keeping it to what I prefer and theme-wise to what it is now. But I will be opening up the ranks. I will be opening up the floodgates for everybody here on YouTube to kind of come in and hang out and have fun. It is going to be a safe haven if you guys need one for Dead by Daylight customs. If you guys don't want to, you just want to talk shit, talk shop at the gaming corner, that is more than absolutely fine. I love you guys. Hope everybody has a beautiful rest of your day, night, evening, or afternoon. Stay sweet, stay slimy, we'll still need you, and so do I. Bye-bye.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home.